I asked an AI to write me a super epic modern shred solo. This is what it looks like, this is how it sounds, and stick till the end of the video to see the full experience how an AI could help me write a solo, how it can help you write your better solo, and how it was a little bit disappointing here and there. Here we go. Hey Guitar Champion, what's going on? I'm Justin Hornbach back from my practice cave and welcome to today's video. AI, artificial intelligence. Everybody is talking about it nowadays. Especially we artists are sometimes really afraid of, could an AI take away our jobs? And I was asking myself, can AI currently take away my job as a professional shred guitar player? And the answer is no. You see, I was asking ChatGPT to write me a super epic modern metal shred fest, and the answer was a little bit disappointed. I was expecting some weird tabs or some weird notes and something that doesn't make sense at all, but actually ChatGPT is pretty generous and wrote me this one. Disclaimer: as an AI text model, I don't have the ability to create or perform music directly. However, I can provide you with a description of an incredible fast shred guitar solo that you can use as inspiration for your own composition. Okay, so now I took the challenge of taking this description that ChatGPT wrote me and trying to form this one into a solo together with ChatGPT. And ChatGPT came up with this. Title: Fury Unleashed. Description: Fury Unleashed is an electrifying guitar solo that pushes the boundaries of speed, precision and technicality. It combines lightning-fast picking, mind-blowing sweeps and jaw-dropping legato runs to create an adrenaline-fueled sonic journey. The solo begins with a blistering ascending arpeggio sequence, climbing up the fretboard with precision and intensity. Each note is executed with remarkable clarity and speed, demonstrating the guitar's exceptional control and accuracy. The arpeggios cascade seamlessly into a series of lightning-fast alternate picking runs, creating a whirlwind of notes that seems to defy the laws of physics. As the solo progresses, the guitarist incorporates sweeping arpeggios that traverse across multiple strings, showcasing their flawless technique and dexterity. The sweeps are executed with incredible precision, allowing each note to ring out distinctly while maintaining an awe-inspiring velocity. The combination of sweeping and alternate picking creates a captivating interplay of melodies and harmonies that captivates the listener. Midway through the solo, the guitar unleashes a mind-bending legato section. Lightning-fast hammer-ons and pull-offs create a flurry of notes that effortlessly flow from one string to another. The legato passages are filled with cascading sequences and wide interval jumps, displaying both the guitarist's speed and musicality. The solo reaches its climax with an exhilarating tapping section, the guitarist's fingers fly across the fretboard, tapping out a series of lightning-fast melodies and cascading patterns. The tapping section is a display of sheer velocity, combining lightning-fast runs, arpeggios, and mind-blowing stretches that pushes the boundary of what is human possibly. As the solo nears its end, the guitarist brings it full circle by revisiting some earlier motifs, incorporating them into a mesmerizing final sequence. The solo concludes with an explosive flurry of notes, building up to a jaw-dropping climax that leaves the audience in awe. Fury Unleashed is a tour de France, blah 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 blah. You get the point. The thing is that ChatGPT basically just write down some words like explosive flurry of notes, jaw-dropping climax, mind-blowing stretches, lightning fast runs. A lot of bullshit, to be honest. Well, okay, so I picked out of this text now that first I have to start with sweep arpeggios, ascending sweep arpeggios. Then I had to go into a speed picking section, alternate picking section. Then I have to go to an arpeggio kind of section, which goes over multiple strings, legato, and tapping in the end. Alright, this is something I can work with. As the backing track, I took a track from Andy James. I don't know the song, which is good for this kind of experience, because then I'm not biased in a certain melody that I already hear in the original song or a certain solo. I can't be completely free, and I can't create a backing track by my own that has an impact on the things that ChatGPT was challenging me with. Okay, then first, the ascending rounds. Alright, in the beginning I was thinking of the typical 3-string sweep arpeggio shapes, going horizontally, ascending through the fretboard. But then I thought, nah, I want the solo to be modern and to be new and to be something different, and this is really traditional. So I asked ChatGPT, what are some modern arpeggios? And the answer is, modern arpeggios encompass a wide range of musical concept and technique that have been developed and utilized by contemporary guitarists. Here are a few examples of modern arpeggios. Swept arpeggios. Sweeping is a technique where consecutive blah blah blah. Now it talks a little bit about sweeping. Hybrid arpeggios, 3-string arpeggios, extended arpeggios, and intervallic arpeggios. Alright, so now especially extended and intervallic arpeggios are the thing that kept my interest, that gained my interest. Especially extended arpeggios go beyond traditional triads, incorporating additional chord tones and tensions. These arpeggios often involve playing 4-note or 5-note arpeggio shapes that include added notes such as 7th, 9th, 11th or 13th. They can be used to create rich and colorful harmonic textures. What I like to do there is I take the scale that we are in, which is B Phrygian dominant, and I played around with some more kind of modern conceptual harmonic sweep arpeggios. And here we have like a B major with a flat 9 and the flat 13 in it. So root, flat 9, root, flat 13, fifths, major third. And going this one again, descending, starting on the octave of the root again. And then I take this concept of playing the hammer on the puller first, with a wide interval in between it, and shift this through ascending through the fretboard and through the scale. Next idea was like this. Here I'm adding the 4th to our arpeggio, then this one here. This one is again with a flat 13. And the 7th in it, the minor 7, and this one, which is like an extended diminished chord. Then I did some fret bending, and then we lead to the next section, which are the series of lightning fast alternate picking runs, creating a whirlwind of notes that seems to defy the laws of physics. Okay, and so then what I love to do is just to take inspiration by other modern, more guitar players. And I asked ChatGPT, hey Chat, who are the most influential modern shred guitar players? And there he was mentioning John Petrucci, Paul Gilbert, Joe Satriani, Steve Vai, Guthrie Govan, Tosin Abasi. Well, I mean Guthrie Govan, Tosin Abasi, they are quite new, but Steve Vai, Joe Satriani, Paul Gilbert, John Petrucci. As much as I love those players and they are a huge influence for me, they're not really modern and they're not really new. So I asked, who are the most influential modern shred guitar players from the last decade? And here you were saying Guthrie Govan again, Pliny, alright, Matteo Assato, not really a shred player, I would say, not really a metal player, Jakob Zutecki, right, great guy, saw him together with Jack Novani, great band, check them out. Sarah Longfield, alright, and Angel Vivaldi, and okay, so some of them not really metal players, so I ask more precise, who are the most influential modern shred metal guitar players from the last decade? And they're Tosin Abasi, alright, Misha Mansour, Fredrik Tordenthal, Mark Holcomb, Jeff Loomis, and Jason Richardson. Alright, now we are talking. Now we are a little bit more in the field of shred guitar playing, especially with the last two, Jeff Loomis and Jason Richardson. Especially when it comes to picking, Jason Richardson can be a huge influence for your guitar playing. So I came up with this speed picking lick inspired by Jason Richardson. This is basically a Paul Gilbert lick, but took it into a more modern scale, in this case the B Phrygian dominant kind of scale, and adding some twists and turns. And this was a really fun speed picking lick that hopefully fulfilled the definition of a whirlwind of notes that seems to defy the laws of physics. Oh man. Alright, and then as the solo progresses, the guitarist incorporates more and more of sweep arpeggios. But before I did that, I tried to stick with the Jason Richardson kind of influence and experiment with a riff that kind of works as a counterpoint to the riff that we hear on the backing track. This riff is also really important for a little bit later in the solo and in the tasks that ChatGPT gave to me. The riff slowly goes like this. Now we're going to the sweep arpeggio section over multiple strings. Now I don't play 6 or 5 note sweeps here. I try to take it a little bit more modern kind of aspect, and then I try to sequencing a certain sweep arpeggio idea and play it in octaves. So I have a sequence of sweeps, play this one out, and then I kind of repeats it in octave below, though I have a little bit of variation in there too. So the sweep goes like this in slow. And ending this one with a long ascending scale run. So next up, ChatGPT wants from me to play a legato run. So yeah, to this point I was on the same level like ChatGPT, but now in my solo, when I would create the solo, I would do something a little bit differently. I would now play more like a melody with bendings and a little bit more of expression to it, and not only playing fast techniques. But it's not Simon Says, it's ChatGPT Says, and now I have to play a legato run with wide intervals. And then there I was thinking of, yeah, legato, this could fit to modern fusion guitar players. So again, I asked ChatGPT, who are some modern legato fusion guitar players from the last decade? And ChatGPT answered me Tom Quayle, awesome, Martin Miller, awesome, Jack Gardiner, hey Jack, awesome, Matteo Assato, great guy, Ariel Posen, I've never heard of him. Maybe I should check him out. Ooh, ChatGPT is giving me some new guitar players to check out. I like this, I like this. And Alex Hutchings. Ooh, yes, I love Alex Hutchings. But I stick with the lick from guitar player number 1, Tom Quayle. And ChatGPT wants me to play something with wide intervals, though I saw it instead of playing just descending sequence or line, I play in a line that is a little bit constructed like the stairs from Tom Quayle or Sean Lane, and it goes like this in slow. Sorry. Something like this. And then ChatGPT asked me to do some tapping in the end. Alright, let's do some tapping in the end. And there I came up with this lick, which is a combination out of multi-finger tapping and string skipping. And then shifting this through the octaves. Sorry, again. And then ChatGPT wants me to bring the guitar solo full circle by revisiting some of the earlier motifs, incorporating them into a mesmerizing final sequence. And this is the reason why I developed this Jason Richardson kind of inspired riff, because now I have something which I can repeat, where I can have a reprise of that motif, because all the licks that I have in the solo so far are cool licks, but they did not really work as a motif. But now I can repeat or make a variation out of the riff motif, and I do it like this. And for the last mesmerizing kind of sweep arpeggio, I take the same sequence that we have in the beginning, that I have as well here, and outline this chord. We already know this one, and add these 4 notes to it as well. So here we have this interesting phrasing of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, F, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which creates 5 plus 7, 12. We have this kind of idea as well a few bars before that, while I was playing this one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, and so on, so on. This was what ChatGPT wanted from me. But something was missing in my opinion. A good melody. For me personally, even for shred, technical, fast metal solos, a good melody should be included. So I wanted to write as well a good melody. So I asked ChatGPT, what is a good melody? And it answered, a good melody is a musical line or sequence of notes that is pleasing to the ear, memorable and emotional resonant. Here are some characteristics of a good melody. Catchiness, contour, balance, okay. Emotional expression, fit within the harmonic context, singability. Well, I can sing a solo from John Petrucci or Paul Gilbert or Yngwie, so yeah, these are singable as well. Contextual relevance, okay. Originality, and yeah, a little bit disappointing because you see, here's the point. ChatGPT is just taking his informations out of the World Wide Web and learning by them. And in the World Wide Web there are a lot of bullshit talk, especially when it comes to such individual thing like music and taste. And maybe everyone else is defining a good melody differently. But for me, for example, I try to be, because my job is being an educator, trying to be as objective as possible. So I would say awareness over phrasing, that it fits to the harmonic context, so that you have an awareness about tension and release while playing outside and inside, all these kind of ideas, that you are able to make variations out of this melody and repeat it. So the definition of a good melody, for me to be honest, belongs a little bit more to the skills of the player and not necessarily to the melody. I know there are certain bots out there that can create especially music, but they are extremely limited still, to be honest. I was looking for them and you can only text in an emotion or in certain style, and an AI already can write a pop song or a country song or whatnot. But something like a solo, and I don't want to sound snobby here, but from what's inside of it, it's way too complex so far for an AI to actually write something. But, well, let's see how the future is in a few years. For me, to be honest, I'm really curious about where we're going to lead with AI and how it can help us in our environment. Because this is something where I see a benefit of AI. When I have a creative strike, and I don't know what to write or what to do or which kind of YouTube video I should do and whatnot, I simply asked ChatGPT like what are some interesting YouTube videos I could make for my certain niche. What is in and what is trending right now. And even though when you want to write a solo or want to write a song, just ask ChatGPT, hey, could you give me some ideas for an interesting solo, build-up? And then you came up something with the one that I have in ChatGPT, where it says to you, start with a sweep arpeggio section, go then into a picking section, and then into some legato stuff and whatnot. What you're doing out of it, this is all yours. But I think for helping us in our daily job in an AI currently can be pretty useful. So much for that. If you like this video and if you want the tips for today's solo, then check out the link in the description box, there you can find them. Please of course leave a subscribe, leave a like and leave a comment if you like the video. And if you are interested in boosting your speed picking and your sweep picking to the next level, then check out my 2 master classes that I have online, link is in the description box. I hope I'm going to see you in my next video. Cheers so far and stay progress. Bye.